All right, let's talk about for just 1 second a small portion of what the Bible says is going to be happening in the near future, okay? I know I talk a lot about Ezekiel 38, but let me just give you a summary of it here. We know that there will be a conglomerate of nations that will be attacking Israel, and that conglomerate of nations is going to be led by the leader of Russia. Now, based on what we know in Ezekiel chapter 38, based on what we know in Revelation, and based on what we know in Daniel and a part of some of the minor prophets, I think we can safely conclude that there won't be any more major superpowers. Now, this is a big thing because when we began to see the decision-making process of the current regime in the United States of America, we began to realize that Bible prophecy, in essence, was becoming fulfilled, not in the fact that the US of A is actually in the Bible, but based on the fact that it is not in the Bible. You see, the United States of America is becoming more and more inconsequential by the moment. And one of the things that we predicted when this nonsense in Afghanistan took place was that things were going to get worse and worse and worse and worse on the home front. Case in point, Russia, through their own television in an interview, basically not only put NATO on notice, but pretty much just put the United States on notice, because what Russia said is that if NATO doesn't back down by practically hanging itself, right? If NATO doesn't destroy itself anytime soon and leave them alone with respect to their position on Crimea and, of course, Ukraine as they're beginning to surround the border, and we all know what's going on there, they're basically saying that they are going to now start planting military resources in Cuba and guess where? Venezuela. Now, I think that's very interesting because when you think about them planting their resources in Latin America, that is not good for the United States of America. We need a very, very strong leader that will be willing to say, no way. Instead, as the deputy foreign minister is promising that this may happen, right? You have got National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan dismissing it by simply saying that it is a bluster in the public commentary. Okay, I hardly believe it's a bluster in the public commentary when Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Rybkov is actually not, he's saying basically, I'm neither going to confirm nor exclude, which pretty much means they're in the process of doing something like this. The United States minimizing this is a grave error. It's a grave mistake, and it just serves as more evidence that we are becoming more inconsequential. Now, I'm going to keep reminding you of a very important point. That does not absolve us as Christians for continuing to fight the good fight and standing for what's right. We need to continue to do that. We need to get involved at the local level. We need to really truly get in the arena and begin to engage others about all of the things that are going on, because folks, we don't have a lot of time. And I'm going to tell you this, when the Lord comes back for his church, I want him to find us with our hands to the plow and us not looking back. I don't want to get caught riding dirty. I want to do God's work. And you guys jump in. Let's do this because we don't have a lot of time left. God bless you guys.